Wife cheated to feel better about herself. Her parents thought I left her over her weight, so I had to tell them the brutal truth. My wife and we are both 35, and I thought I was getting everything I ever wanted with her when we were in our late 20s. I truly love her both when she was thin and now that she's plus-sized. She became plus-sized during her pregnancy, and I was still hot for her. But she hated her new body, and she felt ugly despite all my compliments. Over the years, she gained more weight and felt worse about herself. More recently, she cheated on me. She had felt so low about herself, she wanted to see if men who didn't have to love her would find her sexy. I didn't have to love her because we have a child together. I love her because she is her. We're getting a divorce, and I wanted the process to be peaceful. But my in-laws, especially my mother-in-law, 57, were giving me hell because they thought I was this shallow jerk who was leaving his wife because she gained weight during pregnancy. I was confronted by her parents, again, and this time I told them the truth. Now my in-laws are giving my wife hell, and she's miserable. I don't want her to be miserable. I just wanted my in-laws off my case. Am I the asshole? Best comments. No, you're not the asshole. Your wife is, though. She lied to her parents about why the marriage ended. Instead of getting the therapy she obviously needs, she chooses to cheat. If she didn't want her family to know, she shouldn't have used you as a scapegoat. Your wife was willing to make you the villain in order to gain sympathy from people. You just clear the air and set the story straight. Better to have the truth out there before the narrative she spun becomes the story everyone believes. Growing up and during early adulthood, she was the prettiest girl. I think she had placed so much stock in that. She has a narrow view of how she needs to look to be pretty. The change in her looks really affected her mentally. She definitely needs some therapy. She just destroyed her family because of insecurities that are only in her head, and you need therapy also because you need to accept what happened and move along with your life. It's going to be difficult, but the sooner you do it, the better it is for you and for your children. Update number 1, 2 days later. Maybe I will get criticized for this, but I still love my wife despite what happened. I would still be in love with her even if she wasn't the mother of our daughter. The original post helped me to feel less guilty, but I still needed to know how she was doing. Unless it's about our daughter, I avoid all communications with my wife. So I talked to the commest-in-law, my sister-in-law, 32. Extremely good news is that my wife is in therapy. Even before they learned about the cheating, her parents made her go to therapy as a condition of she continuing to stay with them. Also, the in-laws have let up on her. My sister-in-law said when she heard about the cheating, she understood immediately how this happened. She said their mom was extremely beauty-obsessed and that they got very toxic ideas drilled in their head as kids. My sister-in-law encouraged me to try to move on, that if my wife gets better, it will take a very long time, like years. She said she also feels guilty that she wasn't there to help her sister, so she understands how I feel to some extent, the guilt part. She also said, my daughter knows very little about the conflict between my wife and I, just that we're getting a divorce. I wish that someday I could give the update that my wife and I are back together again. We're happy and everything is okay again. But my sister-in-law is right that I really need to try to move because waiting around for that will be torturous. I have to see if I can imagine living in a world where my wife isn't my wife. Best comments. You need help. You need therapy to deal with this and move with your life. His wording is as if she just lied on him, like a white lie, and not the severity of the matter, that she cheats on him just pretty much to see if she still got it. It's one thing to flirt to see if you still got it. It's a completely different matter to carry through with it. Does your ex-mother-in-law have access to your child? Because you should be restricting that heavily if she does. She's going to put your daughter through the same thing as your wife, and it's not going to end well. I'm glad she's in therapy, but your sister-in-law is right. You need to move on, and maybe some therapy for yourself too. A woman can have sex anytime. It's only a matter of how low they're willing to sink. Lots of people have body image issues, but they don't cheat on their partners and break up their families. Opie needs some therapy himself, because she's not the only one with self-esteem issues, clearly.